This is the Process Shot. I'm Michael, I'm in a movie theater, and I've got a review of Deep Space, a short animated French film from 2014 by Bruno Tondeur. It's about an astronaut who is instructed to leave his home and family and fly out to another planet in search of intelligent life. He spends weeks, if not months, searching for this, only finding creatures who engage in basic survival and reproductive patterns, the latter of which seems to become an obsession for the astronaut, until that frustration begins to take a toll on his sanity. The story of the short is exceptionally simple and straightforward. It could easily be argued that there is no story at all, and that Deep Space is more of a showcase for the animation and soundtrack. This could be true, but given that the film does have a complete story and retains a comedic tone, it makes sense that it would be short and to the point, especially when the overall punchline is that the astronaut can't get his rocks off. It's not an entirely satisfying story, but it is there. The characters of the short serve a similar purpose. There isn't much for them to do, but for a comedy like this, you don't need them to do much other than keep the jokes moving along. The art style of Deep Space is very simple, resembling scribbles and sketches more than anything more refined you might see out there. However, it is still a cute style, which is almost ironic given the subject matter, and it's able to visually express the varied life and environments on the planet. Colors are a bit less expressive, but not necessarily bland or monochromatic. The animation of the short is also a bit jerky, but not in a way which works against the short. It's just a natural stylistic choice. If there's anything that stands out in the film, it's definitely the soundtrack. Like the animation, it's bright and upbeat, made with synths as if something out of a 1970s science fiction film. It adds to the overall aesthetic of the universe of Deep Space without feeling out of place or distracting from the film's events. In some scenes, the short is designed or timed around the score, with incidental on-screen events keeping in rhythm. Altogether, there isn't much to say about Deep Space. It's an animated sex comedy that focuses primarily on the jokes and absurdity of its setting than creating any greater messages. Still, it knows it doesn't have much to say, and so it puts its focus on standing out from other films in a similar vein. And thanks primarily to its soundtrack and animation, it manages to do that much well. Deep Space. Bruno Tondeur, 2014. 3.5 stars. It's short enough that I can recommend it and not feel guilty about it. Well, that's the end of this review. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscription, or leave any sign of life, really. I don't know.